I'm sure majority of you have wondered why some businesses start immediately and take off, or why some have to go through the hard knocks of life and impute consistency in order to thrive. Even YouTube channels, some people their first video takes off, while others have to put out 1,000 videos to even get recognition. So the difference between those two scenarios I painted is timing. Timing is very important in every single endeavor you have. Even in my own life, there was a time where I wanted to start a business. It was a water business. So at the time, I would conceptualize the whole business. I would see how to do it, the administrative process. I would watch people who are already in this venture, see the nuggets I can emulate from their life, their company style, their leadership style, etc. I look at that vision in hindsight and I see how woefully I would have failed. And now I never started that business because I didn't have the funding. I didn't have the funding to start the business. But looking at it now, I would have failed woefully because first, I was not the kind of person who is able to lead a company. That's the first one. The second thing is I've not developed the characteristics that make for a leader. The third is that venture has already been saturated, plus the business is commoditized. Even if I was to scale, the place in which I opened up the business was a very small location, and chances are excellent that it wouldn't last because there are so many examples I can give you why that business would not work. But had I started that business, it would be now when I've developed the qualities that make for a good leader that would be able to head that kind of conglomerate. So 3 years now, it would have taken me 3 years to take that business from where it was to where it should be. So it would look like this 3 years, the 3 years I was in the business, I learned a lot, I did this, I did that, but the reality of it is the timing is not right. The timing was not right, first for the business and for me. But my second business, which I started, landlord app, which you should check out by the way. It took off immediately because I was the kind of person that is able to head that kind of conglomerate. So it's not necessarily timing. Timing is important, but the kind of person you are, the kind of character you are. So it depends on which phase of your life you're in. All right, this is just a 101 class. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's just an attempt to explain why your YouTube channel, why your business, or why it looks like the universe is conspiring against you. It might not necessarily be so. It might just be the timing. Even even those guys who say their YouTube channel takes off at first, they end up retrogressing back to the beginning because they didn't learn the rudiments that make a YouTube channel. That's why you see some channels, their most popular video got like 3 million views or 4 million views. Subsequent videos dropped to as low as 1,500, 600, 800 views because they become arrogant and they neglect the the place chance had to play, or they neglect the role chance had to play in that scenario. So they become arrogant, they do not do their research, they don't get their thumbnail right, they hope it's going to happen again, which most of the time it doesn't. So even if you get it easy at first, you end up retrogressing if you do not pay the price to learn what you did not learn. So that's why most people who went through the hard knocks and the school of life end up coming out humble because they failed so much that they do not forget the role chance had to play in their success. So yeah, it keeps you humble, it keeps you hardworking, it helps keeps your gaze on success and hard work, not luck. As always, my friends, a pleasure speaking to you. I'll see you in the next one.